The second period about to begin.
Captain America, we've been talking about him. He's got a move by the same name, and he will really be tested when he goes against Brian Gamble. His big move is the Air Ninja. I'm not sure. I've never had martial arts training, Rory, but from what I hear and what I've seen, Brian Gamble really gets it done for the G-Force. One right into that period, there was a penalty assessed on Denise Logan. Number 3, Gary Lockett, will have to start the period in the penalty box for the men. So the Rustlers are here on a power jam, Rory. Let's see if they can take advantage of it or if the Sundogs can spoil.
One of the G-Force, Brian Gallagher, gets out there for the Rustlers as they try to take advantage of the extra man advantage for the Sundogs. Jonathan Russell is taken down, and that leaves Gallagher on the jam by himself. Brian Gallagher comes up to the back of the pack, and Captain America Bill Barker will be waiting for him back there. Let's see what kind of G-Force Gallagher has. So far, he couldn't get through the double block. Sean Marshall joining with Barker. And sneaking up from behind is Jonathan Russell. So first, Gallagher has to take care of Russell. Now he tries again and gets an assist. The G-Force in action. They pick up a couple of more points.
And that was Brian Gamble. 2 Texas points, but Brian Gamble caught Captain America sleeping. Big number 46, Brian Gamble, came over from the New York Enforcers. He's laying in wait as Brian Gamble takes out Captain America, who's setting up a double block with Sean Marshall. Wow.
Boy, they're happy. But down in the infield and very unhappy and feeling hurt right now, Denise Loden and Debbie Rice of the Florida Sundogs. Loden's trying to get up. Rice hasn't moved yet. And the Texas Rustlers are causing a lot of damage in this game.
Well, Denise Loden holding her head, and Lindsey Francis, she looks pretty pleased with herself, Rory. We saw her making a sales pitch for her Derby Queen status. Sometimes she's a really good skater, but you might forget that when you see scenes like this, when she kind of takes it above and beyond the call of duty.
Sam Martin and Posse Shaleen were helping Debbie Rice. There goes Denise Loden off the track, and Lindsey Francis is just, well, whatever happens, happens. Thanks a lot. Let me shake hands. I've done my job out there, and I'm very, very happy with what's going on. She would be, wouldn't she? All right.
Here we go.
We continue on with the game as we'll try and find out about Debbie Rice and Denise Loden for you. I'll bet you they can try and cripple those girls. They'll come back in the second half. I would be surprised if they didn't. 12-8. The Rustlers do have the lead in this game, and the Sundogs send out the speed skater number 8, Sigmund Williams. This is the guy that they built inlines for. Man, I'll tell you, he can skate. And out there with it is number 45, Craig Fisher for the Texas Rustlers. And Fisher gives Williams a couple of shots, takes him out. They both go out. Fisher's into the ram, and down he goes. And Sigmund Williams bounces right back up, and he's on the jam.
Well, Sigmund Williams was a wrestler last year, similar to what similar to what the Golden Girl likes to do against her former teammate. Sigmund Williams loves to make a statement against the Rustlers.
And there's the captain, David Gletty. He's back here to Williams, and he gets knocked flat. David Gletty ran into Captain America, Bill Barker, and Sean Marshall. He's still down. 2 Sundog points.
Let's go.
David Gletty, he likes to wrestle alligators.
Back together.
Ain't anybody like that?
Let's go.
Well, how about if, I guess you can never lose a fight to an alligator, but Captain America lays in wait for David Gletty. An alligator has a big number 9 on him. David Gletty, you lost that one. Hope you didn't lose a fight. Thank God. If Captain America didn't have teeth like an alligator, he'd be gone.
It's 12-10. The Rustlers still have the lead here in the second period. Chris Cheadle is out there for the Texas Rustlers. And number 6, Jonathan Russell, picks up the jam for the Florida Sundogs. The 2 black helmets, they're the only ones that can score points. Whoa, Russell goes down. And now Bill Barker's back there in the back of the pack, and the G-Force is going to go into action here. Brian Gamble says, I'll give you an assist. And he tries to get up there next to Barker. He says, come on, I'll lead the way. And out goes Barker. He led the way, all right. There's 1 Rustler point. There's another one. The jam is still on. He makes it 3 and calls it off.
I got 3 Texas points.
3 Rustler points.
And 1 Sundog point.
You hear the points awarded, but that jam was on Brian Gamble as he took out Captain America to free his jammer, Rory. Denise Loden and Bill Barker are the leaders of this team, and Bill Barker leads by example. Denise Loden is undoubtedly the cheerleader for these guys. Without her out there, sometimes they seem like a headless snake. As number 45, Craig Fisher, speaking of snake, snakes through the entire Sundog lineup.
Bill Barker took out half the rail when he went over the rail, but the Rustlers get the points. Texas gets 3 more, and they're ahead 18-11. Take a look at the rail. That's where Bill Barker went over and took out part of the railing.
Well, Craig Fisher as a jammer is just so fortunate to have Brian Gallagher, one of the G-Force, because it really allows him to get out and showcase himself. A lot of times teams focus on Brian Gallagher because he's so fast. Craig Fisher has an opportunity to sneak in a few points, and it's always getting physical too when the Sundogs play the Rustlers.
Craig Fisher, you see that little move? He touches hands to his hips. That calls off the jam. That finishes it. There's no more scoring in the period in the jam.
Get up front, blocker. Move it
Time
up.
for one last jam, I think, if they can get them going here in the first half. 18-11, the Rustlers have the lead. The pack forms, and when the whistle blows, the jam will be underway. Shalene has the jammer's helmet on again, and Marcus Abrera grabs one for the Rustlers. Sam Martin picks one up for the Sundogs, tries to get up the top of the track. And the first one out, however, is Marcus Abrera. And now Sam Martin goes on the chase. Abrera and Martin both terrific skaters. They can get some great speeds going out there. Now Martin comes up on the inside and takes Abrera up over the rail. Martin trying to bring his team back here. They're down by 7. And back to block one of the G-Force, Brian Gamble of the Texas Rustlers. Gamble bangs Martin a couple of times, and again he gives him the right elbow. Now he grabs a hold of him, and the Gamble takes care of Gamble.
And that's payback, Brian. We saw a little while ago, Brian Gamble just seemed to be decimating all the blockers, including Captain America, early in the period.
They only got 1 point out of that, but I think Bill Barker gave his team a spark for that move. And look at Sam Martin and Barker high five. We've reached halftime. Coming up, you'll hear from League General Manager Kenneth Lowe. He's always interesting. Plus,